It is December 4th, and I wanted to share with you what I got done yesterday, and I also got something in the mail today. So, one of the projects that I had put down for myself to do was the Creative Notions Pumpkin Pincushion, which was this project that we got in one of her boxes. And I finished that yesterday. It was a pretty quick project. It's got some, I put some batting in here, some polyester batting that I had, and then also she had provided some walnut shells, and I needed to use hot glue. So anyway, that's the pumpkin pincushion that was in her project box, finished. And I have logged it into my 2025 project notebook where I put all my finishes in for the year. So that is got its own page, and I'm going to put these instructions in with this page. I don't see myself making that again. Nah, I wouldn't make that again. But I have that one done, so that project is completed. I told you I was going to be working on my December UFO challenge that I'm doing with Crazy Moose Fabrics, and I had picked my last project that I had put in my box in January was the Jelly Roll Table Runner, and I got the binding sewn together and that I can set aside for the Jelly Roll Table Runner. This, I got it pieced, and this is all the material that I have left from the kit. And I also wanted to tell you, the Jelly Roll strips that were included in the kit have that pinked edge, okay? They were this pinked edge. I am not a fan of the pinked edge. Because it had the pinked edge, I decided to see exactly where the 2.5 inches was, if it was actually like the tippity point of the pinked edge, is that the 2.5 inches? Well, when I measured these, they were so off. One end would be wider, another end was just 2.5 inches, and others were like 1/8 of an inch too big. Some were 1/4 of an inch too big. They just were really off. So my advice to you is, when you have these strips in a kit, remeasure your strips to make sure that you have accurate cuts. If the pattern is calling for a 2.5 inch strip, make sure it is 2.5 inches, because I had to cut every strip and resize it so that it was 2.5 inches. So that's something to keep in mind. And like for this, I in order for the 2.5 inches, I had to cut off the little bit of the pinked edge of that one. So anyway, I'm going to be using these leftovers here to make a backing. It won't be enough, but I'm going to have that. I'm going to see how much of this I can, probably will go down the center of the table runner on the back, and then I'll find some material to go on either side. Gonna have that running the long way, I think. This is the top. So this is the top for this. So this is the Jelly Roll Table Runner. And I will say, this seems easy peasy to me. However, the instructions had an error in it, which I looked to see online if anybody had corrections for this, and I could not find anything. But the pattern was from 2010, and I've had this kit for a long time. So, yeah. be aware of that too. When you're making these kits, you might not be able to find the corrections if there was a mistake in the pattern. So I overcame. It ended up, because the measurements were a little bit off for the technique that they were talking about, I ended up having some waste that I might not have had if I had known about it ahead of time. And for the waste, it was, I had to, for the narrower ones, I had to cut off these to make them the right size. After I sewed things together in their instructions, made a loop, cut off the size that they said. They said, and you know, it was supposed to make exactly, but it was too big. So anyway, I'm glad I did that, because it wouldn't have been the right size for the strips in between here if I had not done the adjustment. So anyway, this is pretty cute, huh? What do you think? Let me know. Let me know what you think about this Jelly Roll Table Runner kit. You know, I thought it was really fall colored, but this I like the purple. I like the added purple in here. I think it really brings it into more seasons, truthfully. Could be summery instead of just fall. All right. Of course, maybe I'm going to have that orange border binding. Maybe that'll change it. We'll see. I had put in an order at Fat Quarter Shop during all of these sales that they were having, because there were some items that I was looking to get. One of them was some quilting cotton. So this is thread. I got some colors in here that that's quilting cotton thread for hand quilting. I have a bunch of hand quilting thread, but I don't have these colors, and I wanted, it's 100% cotton, and it's they don't tell you a lot on here. 100% cotton, 220 yards. It doesn't tell me the weight, but anyway, it is hand quilting thread. It's thicker. So anyway, I got that. I got these for hand quilting, because I'm going to be doing more hand quilting this year. That is my goal. Paper. I will be saving this paper. I use it for many things. When I was trying to do some pattern making, I was altering on using these for that, taping them together, and it has many other uses. You can also use it for like FPP, foundation paper piecing paper. Anyway, I always save that. I'm a hoarder for paper. Okay, they had also Tula. Tula was, this was on sale. I don't think I have an invoice in here. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay. So, I got this, was the Tuskegee 40 weight gray cotton hand quilting thread. And that was $11.22 for these three. And then I also got 40 weight wingtip cotton hand quilting thread for $3.74. This is like a rose colored, a pale rose color. I really like it. And then I got these Tula Pink clip-on hardware for $13.48. It also has like a magnet in there. If you can see. So that will be for my bag making. I got 3 spools of 50 weight Where is that? 3 spools of 50 weight black cotton thread, 100% cotton thread. Okay. I also got this. This is a magnifier. And this was acrylic lens, hands-free magnifier with LED light. This was $22.48. And you can see, because as you know, I'm having nearsighted, I'm no longer nearsighted, so I need help. So I got this to help with the threading of my needles and see how that works. Especially the fine thread in the needle. I'm thinking when I start doing quilting, those needle eyes are smaller. What else did, oh, this was another thing that I wanted. I got the Sally Tomato Tula accessories, and this is, it's supposed to be, it's in collaboration with Tula Pink. She does a lot of, Sally Tomato is doing some Tula Pink things. But this is a coin purse and camera case zipper top, and closures, eyeglass case flap closure. Anyway, oh, that's the features. But anyway, lined eyeglass case. And that is what I am going to make myself. This is going to be a priority project, making myself an eyeglass case to replace this one that I have hanging around my neck right now. And I was thinking I might make myself a lanyard. This was ribbon that was included or wrapped around one of my things that I got. I can't even remember. Maybe you do. But anyway, I was thinking of using this as a lanyard. And it feels soft on my neck. So I think I'm going to make this, use this as the lanyard. Anyway, this project is going to have priority because I need to get that. That'd be nice to have. Okay, and then I got the Quilter's Cottage book by Lori Holt. I've been wanting this, and it was $23.48 on Fat Quarter Shop, and I decided to go ahead and get this. It's by Lori Holt of Be in My Bonnet Company, and it's something that I want to make. And here she has the colors, and there's a tree, so you can see the tree there. She has the instructions in here for all the different blocks to make the parts of this quilt. This is going to be so cool. So you see, I have all these projects I want to make. This is so cool. Fence. Blocks. I think there might be, you can't see it. I think there might be quilts hanging down here below the fence, but I'm not positive. I wonder, yes, there's a picture of what it actually looks like. This is going to just be perfect. I am going to be making this for myself. Anyway, so I got that book. And then I also got Prim and Proper, which was really on sale. The Prim and Proper Lori Holt book. This was only $5.87. $5.87. Prim and Proper. So that was on sale. And I love the spiral bound thing that her patterns come in, because they lay flat. She has the color chart in here, and it goes through all the blocks. I think the instructions, her instructions are usually really good. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh boy. Oh, look at that. Isn't that is just gorgeous. that is gorgeous. Here's some things you can make with the patterns in this book. And then we have some more. It's the bonus projects. Here's bonus projects. Yep. Anyway, I am so happy with this, with these books that I got, and with what I got from Fat Quarter Shop. And it came in this nice box, so nothing got smashed. Everything's good. Fat Quarter Shop delivered so quickly. I don't get their So Sampler box, but so I had been reluctant because I didn't, since I wasn't getting their box, I had been reluctant to go over on their site and see what was going on over there. I gotta tell you, they have some good deals and good prices and fast service. I like this Fat Quarter Shop. But anyway, so this is going to be my priority for getting done. I'm going to also, I'm trying not to get obsessed by things, right? So I'm going to, like I did last night, I was up till midnight piecing that top for the jelly roll. But I want to get, I want to, start putting together the back for the jelly roll quilt. And I want to find the material that I'm going to use for this mini organizer. And I want to also start gathering the materials for this eyeglass case. And that is what I want to get done today. So I'll let you know tomorrow how much I succeed. So let me know what you're doing during this Advent season. Trying to watch all these Advent posts that everybody's putting up. It's very hard to keep up. There's so many now from everybody that I'm having a hard time seeing all of them, especially if they're long ones. Like, you should go over to Carolina Moore and see her Advent box openings. Carolina Moore, she spent $3,000, over $3,000 on, I think it's over 20, maybe it's 19, but anyway, it's between 19 and 20 something Advent boxes. And if you're gonna watch her, grab a cup of the hot tea, and because she's drinking hot tea and it makes me want to drink hot tea while I'm watching her. And she'll have a treat because she has a fudge Advent box too that she opens, and it has a piece of fudge while she's opening things, and oh my God, and she's fun. But her videos are long, so that's about an hour. She's been doing mostly lives, but I've been watching the replay. I also wanted to mention the Blue Rooster Farm. Let me put my glasses on. I'm thinking that's right. Blue Rooster Farm. Karen at the Blue Rooster Farm has a wonderful channel, and I strongly advise you to go over and check her out. She has a lot of followers, and she makes patterns. I downloaded her squirrel and nut wall hanging, and I put that pattern in a project box that I'm going to be making that one of my months for my UFO challenge. I want to make that. So go over, and she's making stuff all the time. And she provided, that was for free, and it's cute. So go over and see the Blue Rooster Farm and subscribe and see what she's doing. Another update I wanted to give you was Crazy Moose Fabrics. They have an Advent box, a build your own Advent box, and you can still go on her site and build your own Advent box. She has 24 days that she had set up for stuff, and then a price behind each day. And you can pick and choose how much you want to spend, and pick which projects you want. And if she needs more of that item, she'll order it. Or if you want her to just substitute something, just let her know if she doesn't have the item to substitute something else of equal value. But Dixie Quilters, Marlene at Dixie Quilters is opening. She got, I think, about $190 worth of stuff, and she's opening her box right now. Every day, one day, she's opening the box that she got from Crazy Moose, so you can see some of the stuff. and it's a very nice box. So go over to Crazy Moose and get that. Additionally, I asked Marilyn at Crazy Moose if she was going to continue doing the UFO challenge for next year, and she is. So if you are interested in participating in the Crazy Moose Fabrics UFO challenge for 2026, she said she has a new name for it too. Go over to her website at crazymoosefabrics.com and sign up for her emails. And she is going to be sending out all the information on her UFO challenge, plus the worksheet that you fill out in order to participate, and how to go about doing that. And there's a Facebook site that we all are on, and share our projects that we're working on and how we're doing on them and everything. And it's wonderful. It's a wonderful Facebook group, and it's also motivational to get my UFOs moving along. I have some that I'm carrying over into 2026, but I got a bunch done that would have never seen the light of day. And I'm right now creating my list of projects that I'm going to be having for 2026. So anyway, I strongly encourage you to participate in the Crazy Moose Fabrics UFO Challenge. And you have to show her a picture at the beginning of the month of what your project looks like before you start working on it, so she can see that it's not something you already completed. And then when you finish your top, you send her a picture of that, and that gets you your name on her wheel of award. So, and then if you get it actually completely finished with the quilting and everything, you send her a picture of that too, and then you get your name on the board twice. She has January through December, and then plus 4 projects that are quarterly for second and third quarter. And then she does the drawing. She has a wheel that picks the letter each month to decide which one you're going to be working on. I love it. I love it. When she picks the winners, the quarterly one I got a $25 gift certificate. I was a winner for 1 quarter. I've never been the winner for the month, so I don't know what the prize is for that. But it's so much fun, and having a little award maybe at the end of it is cool. Even if you don't win, that's not why I'm doing it, but it is just a fun thing. So I strongly encourage you to do that, and I will let you know tomorrow how I'm doing on all of my projects that I said I wanted to work on today. All right, you guys have a great day, and I'll see you later.